Howdy folks, how's it going? Finally got a day in to do some napping. It's hunting season, and that means I eat, sleep, work, and hunt. Not in equal portions. Alright, mostly hunting. Definitely very little napping, which I don't like that. But it's okay. I'm willing to sacrifice so I can go chase elk and deer. Anyways, so today I bought these gorgeous lead-filled copper boppers from Richard White. 2 weeks ago I ordered them, and I ordered them like on a Saturday or Sunday, and they were at my house 1 week later, the following Saturday. He makes them to order. This is the 2-inch, this is an 1.5 inches. I don't know what they weigh, but they're hefty, especially this one. I got this one for spalling only, like big stuff. And it's great. I haven't had time to really use it much, but I spalled some obsidian and stuff the other day just for like 20 minutes, and man, it works good. This one I've been using today for roughing out bifaces and stuff, and just getting a feel for it. Really getting a feel for it today. It's oh man, I'm really taking a liking to it. Beautifully made. I think he said this is walnut. Don't quote me on that. I'm not a wood guy, so I don't know him, but I mean, damn, this thing is just phenomenal. And yeah, so I'm gonna rough out. I'm gonna finish this biface I just started, but I thought I'd go ahead and film this just so I could talk a little bit about this particular tool. What I like about it, what I don't like about it, this and that, right? So, anyways, I ordered it a couple weeks ago, and I ordered them because I've been looking for, or not looking, but just thinking about, like, I needed something big for spalling. When I spal big chunks of rock, I basically use a sledge, a steel hammer, and that works, but as you can imagine, it can cause more damage than you would prefer when you're spalling out big rocks. So I was watching a Jake Anderson video, and he had mentioned Richard White, and he might have been using this in that video, but that jogged my memory. I remembered seeing some posts of Richard's on Facebook not too long ago, so I reached out to him, asked him what he had, and he kind of gave me the list. And long story short, I ordered the 2-inch bopper and the 1.5 inch bopper. Like I said, 1 week later to the day it was at my house. So we made them to order. Quick turnaround, easy to work with, real nice guy. I'd never really talked to him before, but it was nice doing business with him. So really today is the first time I'm having a chance and some time to sit down and really work with this one and get comfortable with it. And you know how it is using a new tool probably like this. Like, it's kind of awkward at first, and then at one moment things just click and it all falls into place. And that's what's kind of happened today. I just started using it and got used to the weight and the handle length and the grip style, and man, it's just been great. What a nice tool to use. Really, really nice. It's got good weight to it. I don't know how much it weighs, and I don't have a scale close to me that I feel like grabbing and dragging out. So I'll just say it's heavy. It's not so heavy it's hard to swing, but it's heavy enough. It's got enough mass that it really carries itself through the percussion strikes, and just, man, it just peels flakes off very effortlessly. I've been working on Tongue River today. And yeah, it does a really good job. And when I started napping and looked around online for tools, and maybe some of y'all can relate to this, but when I first started napping and I looked at these tools and I thought, all right, it's a copper cap with lead in it glued to a stick. And, you know, I was looking at that and the prices, and I thought to myself, well, I'm not paying that. It's just lead and copper glued to a stick. I'll just make my own, right? So that was the first phase. I made my own. One of them actually worked, held together. One of them did not. The glue came off. But I just used some lead that, I think fishing weight lead. The problem with that lead is it's soft, and that's when I first learned that not all lead is created equal, right? It's alloyed, and so the stuff I chose, that lead was real soft, and so it wasn't too long until that cap deformed severely, and it just didn't really work as well as I wanted it to. Then I got more into napping and a little farther down the road, and didn't have time to keep messing around with the building my own and the R&D required to build a good percussion tool. So I purchased some. All right, so phase 2. All right, I want to buy a good quality one. And I got these from flintnappingsupplies.com, I think it is. And these have been great. Good price. That's a good company if you ever go online to their website. I've always had good experiences with them. And anyways, so this is the 1.25 inch, I think, down to maybe the 3/4 inch or 1 inch. And I've been using these for a year. I even had to buy an extra one of these because I kind of beat the crap out of this one pretty good. And these are great tools. It's my go-to. It's in my bag. This is what I nap with when I'm using modern tools, copper. Okay, it's good stuff. Then, like I was saying, I was getting to this into this issue where I was needing something for spalling that was not a steel hammer, right? And I've been thinking about it for a while, and you know, just biding my time. I almost bought 5-pound spalling hammers. I have a 2-pound one. This one right here. Alright. I bought this, and I used it a little bit. It's kind of a dead blow style hammer. The thing I don't like about it is this travel. Okay? And this is loose by design. It's so the head wears evenly. It can spin. I've just always found that because this moves, I don't know. I haven't been able to really use this the way that it's probably supposed to be used. I haven't had good luck with it, and so I don't use this very much. Like I said, I was going to get a bigger one of these, but I hadn't. Didn't want to. And so time goes on, and then one day I see this video, Jake Anderson's video, and that led me to Mr. White. So I reached out to him. He got back to me that night or the next day. We worked things out, and I ordered the 2-inch and the 1.5 inch. And the rest is history, right? Like, got here a week later. Very happy with that whole experience dealing with him. And yeah, so he turns out these 2 one-of-a-kind, just gorgeous walnut handled copper boppers. This thing is just stunning. It's very well made. The design is really cool. It's ergonomic, very well balanced for me. One thing I don't like as much about this, I've gotten so used to these short-handled boppers, all right? Okay, and that you're talking 1.5 inch length difference there. So the way I nap, I kind of nap in real close because I support my hands with my legs. And so this handle was kind of getting in the way. It was hitting my leg at first. So I've had to make a little bit of readjustment on that. And again, today, everything kind of clicked and fell into place. And so now I've gotten used to the handle length, and I've learned how to hold this thing to use it. And it's just been really, really nice using this tool today. I really, really enjoyed it. It's a well-made bopper. They weren't cheap, but there's a reason. And the craftsmanship that goes into these is why they're not cheap. I mean, it's not just that they're well-made, because they are very well-made. They're handmade. They're made to order. And I think, to me, it's obvious that Richard really puts his heart and soul into his work. He does other products like leather hand pads and ishi sticks and whatnot. This is all I've ever bought from this gentleman. Purchased from this gentleman, but I mean, I know what I paid for these. If you're curious, reach out to him, and I'm sure he can tell you what he charges for whatever you're looking for. But regardless, for me personally, these two tools, what I paid for them versus what I got, well worth it, in my opinion. I don't mind. I know over the course of my life, I have learned, one, don't skimp out on tools. Like, always pay, not the most, but, the most that you're willing to pay or able to pay for a good tool, equal to like the work that you're doing, right? You don't need the most expensive high-tech tool for a one-time job or something like that. But the point is, like, whatever you're gonna pay for something, figure out what your top dollar is and get the best quality tool for that type of tool that you can get, because that quality and the craftsmanship's gonna last you a long time versus getting something cheap. And none of my boppers that I have are poor quality, except the ones I made in the very beginning. These other ones, love these things, very good quality, good price. These things, very good quality, higher end price, but I knew that going into it. And again, you get what you pay for, and I got what I paid for, 100%. These things are fantastic. Very, very nice tools. Really like them, very happy with them. They work great. I haven't used the 2-inch as much as I plan to, but that'll all come around once hunting season's over and I have a little more free time to get back to that. So that being said, again, I really only had one. It's not even a dislike, it's just one thing I had to get used to, and that was just the length of the handle versus what I am used to using. And it's going to talk to him later on, because I'll probably order a smaller set, kind of like this sizes of stuff. Just see if he'd be willing to adjust the grip length a little bit for me. And if not, that's cool. I don't mind. I'll get used to those too, just like I did this one. But if he would, that'd be pretty awesome also. But all in all, very happy with them. No regrets. They're beautiful, one of a kind. I'm just really glad to have these in my tool bag, and I look forward to using these things for many years to come. So if you're looking for some good quality, well-made, they're not custom, but they're kind of custom, lead-filled copper boppers, highly recommend reaching out to Richard White and talking with that gentleman. You will not be disappointed. I'm sure of that. So, anyways, all that being said, let's finish this thing off. always wear safety glasses. I have a history of getting stuff in my eye. I've gotten a lot better than when I first started. And so I don't often get flakes coming back in my face, but things happen, man. Accidents happen. And I've even managed to somehow get small pieces of rock in my eye with safety glasses on. Like bounce off my cheek. I don't even know. It's happened though. So I always wear them. I always recommend people wear them. It's just not worth the risk. If you get some rock in your eye, it can really mess things up. This Tongue River, went out, got a bunch of it this summer, and whittled down my supply pretty well. I still have a good amount, but a lot of what I have left is in a variety of quality, but I've still got some really good high quality stuff, but the pieces aren't perfect, right? There's inclusions in them, or cracks, or laminations, and stuff like that you got to work around. So what I've been doing lately is just bifacing a lot of everything that I have left. Just going ahead and going through it and cleaning everything up. And it's been really fun actually making bifaces. If you just sit around for a month and just 80% of your napping time just do bifaces, man, it is the best practice. Really, you get really good at your angles, how to hold it, where to hit it, how to hit it, setting up platforms. Like I've gotten really good just in a couple weeks in platform preparation and platform anticipation, like thinking a couple steps ahead. And I've just really enjoyed it. It's been a lot of fun just sitting down and making bifaces, and you don't get into the more detailed technical work, which is kind of exhausting mentally. So it's a pretty active process. It doesn't require the level of concentration as pressure flaking and finish work does. So I spend a couple hours bifacing, and I just love it the whole time. I'm just having a great time. So I would highly recommend that if you're new like me and beginning and starting to learn all this stuff, like angles and precision, like hitting where you need to hit. You figure out real early on how important those things are, and what better way to get good at that than just sitting around roughing out, rocking out some bifaces. Good practice. Yeah, I am really curious and kind of excited to eventually get the rest of the set of these, right? Like the smaller sizes. Just because these work so good. This one works so good. I have to imagine the smaller sized ones. Again, I don't know what the weight is, man, they're just really nice. Just really nice. So we'll get there. Probably after the first of the year, I'll get in touch with them. Order up some more stuff. How cool is this stuff? Really pretty material. The banding just always blows me away on this stuff. Can't always keep it because the banding, the layers are not always consistent. And while it's usually not a problem, sometimes the difference in the layer quality is significant, and so you got to get rid of the bad stuff. But a lot of times you can make it work pretty easily, and it's, you know, it makes for some cool pieces. It's really pretty stone, and the inconsistency I've found is a little more challenging. It makes it fun, not when it's like terribly inconsistent, but you know, one layer maybe just isn't quite as good as the other layer, type of thing. So you have to kind of adjust on the fly, and it makes it more challenging. It makes it fun, in a fun way, not in a terrible, oh my god, why am I napping this crap type of way. There is some stuff, right? Not all of this stuff is great. I have had pieces, plenty of pieces that I've just kind of put in the giveaway bin, right? Like, don't want to throw it away because somebody can make something out of it, myself included, but I'm not going to sell it. Practice pieces, right? That's what we call them, practice pieces. Cool stuff. I'll lose a lot of this probably thinning this thing down, but I always try to keep, if I can. Nice thing about a heavy bopper, it doesn't, napping can wear your ass out real quick, especially if it's a harder material, and having that extra weight, that heavy end, you just save energy because you're not having to throw so hard. It's been really nice. It's one of the things I really like about this bopper, is it kind of does the work on its own. You just got to point it in the right direction, and it'll take it from there. I'm gonna stop this video because anything over 25-30 minutes is hell for me to upload. So I'm gonna stop this video and start it again. So it'll be 2 parts. This will be part 1. The other one, you can take a guess what it's probably gonna be called.